All right, guys, welcome to Crypto Price Alerting, the home for the average investor. Yes, us, the average investor, everyday Joe Schmoes and Jane Does. No! All right, guys, the number one thing is I'm going to send you over to the App Store and download the WEEBULL app. That's number one. All right, let's get into the course. Let's get into the lesson. There's a link down in the description below that whenever you sign up with our link, you'll get free stocks, guys, for signing up. Now, sometimes that promotion can be 2 stocks all the way up to 12 stocks or more. So make sure you check it out to see what the latest promotions is for you. Now, first and foremost, this is not just in the United States. There are actually a few countries that WEEBULL has expanded to. They include areas such as Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, and Australia. And good news, WEEBULL has actually just launched in the United Kingdom as well. Now, if there are any other countries that WEEBULL expanded to after I post this video, I'm going to update it for you guys. So once you get the app downloaded, and considering that you live in one of the countries that they service, the first thing that you're going to see is to open an account. And when you open that account, here's the thing that you're going to see. You're going to fill in your basic information, your name, your address, all that stuff. But there are 2 things that typically trip people up. The very first one is that people wonder, hey, why do I have to scan in my ID? Like your driver's license or your country ID or some type of self-identification. Why do I have to do that? It's because they need to make sure that you're not a scammer. They got to make sure that you are actually you, and that's why they go through that particular piece in the sign-up process. Number 2, and this one trips up people as well, is a social security number or some type of other country ID number, depending on where you live. Now, with the social security number, that's a big one because people always say, why do I have to do that? But it's because it's for tax requirement, guys. That's what they have to report anything that time you sell a stock or anytime that you make any money as a result of your investment. They have to report that to the IRS. As for you for tax reporting purposes, and that's why they need your social security number. So now I'm gonna pop this up on my phone and I'm gonna do it in real time, buying and selling stocks. So none of this is simulated. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this step by step. Now, when you open the app and you're fully approved and you're a WEEBULL customer, this is what it's going to look like. You can adjust all this, and I'm going to show you that a little bit later in the video. But let's talk about the free stock. Now, when you sign up and you get the free stock, the first thing you want to do is hop over to where it says menu right here on the bottom right-hand side. So tap on that, and then you're going to be looking for something up here under the promotion center. It'll say something like free stocks, and also the shortcut where it says my rewards will also light up. That indicates that your stocks are ready for you. So hop over there, check out what you got, guys. It could be any type of stock. Some people get shares of Apple, some people get shares of newer companies. It all depends on them for them what you get. So hopping back to our home screen, to the watch list, let's talk about number 1, which is how do we transfer money into WEEBULL? See, you may have a checking account, you may have some type of bank account. Well, you need to transfer your money inside of WEEBULL in order to start investing. Now, of course, you can always just sign up, get your free stocks, and watch their stocks grow, fall, whatever, just have fun. You could just do that if you wanted to. Or if you want to actually continue investing and grow your portfolio, then you're going to want to transfer some money in and start the investing process. It doesn't matter how much it is, it's whatever works best for you. Some of you may be familiar with the $5 a day challenge, but we're going to show you how to do that. But that's a great way to transfer just a little bit of money into an investing app like WEEBULL, DCA, $5 a day, a week, a month. So to transfer, you're going to see the little WEEBULL logo right in the center of the screen. Tap on that. It's going to take you over to the portfolio. Then what we're going to do at the top bar, you can see all these different things on the top bar. You're going to tap on where it says transfers, and then you got some options. You can deposit, you can withdraw, you can also transfer your assets in and outside of WEEBULL. That means if you have an investing app like Robinhood, Public, Schwab, or whatever, you could actually say, you know what, I'm done with that account. I want to transfer all my shares of stocks from that point over into WEEBULL. And that's what there's two at the bottom are all about. But in this case, we're just going to deposit money. So the very first option is to deposit. So tap on that, and you could do ACH, ACH, which is what I recommend, or you could do wire transfer. ACH has 0 fees, very easy to use. All you have to do is click link now, and you could do real-time verification, or you could do a micro deposit verification. Choose financial institution that you want to use and log in with that account, and that way they're going to know if it's actually you and that account. And then you can just start depositing money in. Then you're going to select the bank, whatever it is. You're going to see if it's not listed on this list, then you're going to type it in. At that point, it's going to hop you over to your bank app, and you're going to have to just log in. Then you're going to see something like this. And the best part is once you set that up, that little piece, you're never going to have to do that again. Once your bank is linked forever. So anytime that you need to make a new deposit, you can do it. I like to do maybe once every month or so, I'll transfer in about $100. But for this case, I'm not going to transfer in that much. I'm only going to transfer in $10. Now you can see the daily maximum is $50,000 for some of you big shot callers out there. If you're transferring $50,000 in, then it's there for you. $10 coming from the bank via ACH, hit deposit, and then I'm going to hit I understand. Please make sure you have enough money in your bank account so the check doesn't bounce, guys. In other words, I got $10, so I'm going to hit confirm. And as simple as that, it's going to load, and immediately it's going to be ready to start the initiation of the deposit. Now, there's a couple days wait that it takes to go from your bank account into WEEBULL, especially if it's a holiday or a weekend. It's going to have to go through that weekend, through that holiday, and then it's going to eventually transfer over. But you don't actually have to wait, because what WEEBULL do is they provide you a provisional credit. And that means if you transfer $10 in or $100 in, you can start using that money. They're giving it to you provisional out of faith. You can use it right away. You don't have to wait. I have to wait actually quite a few days for this to transfer in other spots. But you see the deposit completed, estimate 9/5, and the date we're recording is 8:30. It's just a little bit of time. So I'm gonna hop back to my asset screen, and now you see the balance now is $155 because I originally had $145. So I transfer the additional $10. You can see it right there. Now it's ready to go. Now, how do you take money out? Let's say you sold some stocks. Now keep in mind, this is a taxable account. When you have profit, you see all the green numbers here? Things looking good. As the recording of this video, open P&L means how much you made over time. My portfolio is up 13.62%. What that means is that as I buy stocks and I buy shares of companies, that value has risen up over time. It's grown over time, 13%. What I could do is sell some of these stocks that you see. For example, I have shares of Apple here. I could sell all shares, then I have them in my account and then transfer that to my checking account so I can go spend it or whatever, right? But just keep in mind that the growth right there, because this is a taxable account, that would actually be something that I would have to pay taxes on. To avoid that, don't sell until you absolutely have to. But in this case, I'm gonna show you how to withdraw. Now you can see the settled cash in the portfolio is $145. That's what I'll be allowed to withdraw in this case. The same thing that we did for deposits, we'll do for the withdrawals. The very top of the screen on the home page, you're going to click on where it says transfers. Now you can see right there it says available to withdraw $145. Tap on that, and then I'm going to click the button that right down here that says withdraw ACH. Again, I recommend that, so you don't got to deal with fees like for wire transfers. The fees are $25. If it's international, it's $45. It's ridiculous, right? So the ACH is free. Tap on that, and then you can withdraw whatever amount you want to, whatever amount, up to a limit you can. Now you can withdraw, I can withdraw $145, so I can withdraw, hit confirm, and then what I have found, I'm not actually going to withdraw this money. But what I found is that I see usually about a day or more than 2 or 3 days that it will make it into the checking account. If it's not a weekend, it'll typically shows up in the bank the next day. Now, it does depend on your personal bank account and your bank. Some banks take a little longer to transfer the money in once WEEBULL sends it, but for mine, I typically can see it the next day. Now that we talked about how to transfer money in, transfer money out, and we talked about the total incoming deposit of $10 gives me instant buyer power before the funds are actually moved from the bank account into WEEBULL. So now we can start using that if we want to. But we're going to do a couple of things when it comes down to buying stocks. We're going to buy a stock, and then we're going to also talk about recurring investments. Those are really dope things to think about. So now we're going to go over to our asset screen. You can see a couple of things, not only your portfolio, but you can see all the different stocks that you have purchased over time trading with your Weebull. Now remember, everything I show you here today is not financial advice to buy or sell any properties, okay? It's just advice. But let's say you want to buy an additional share of one of these stocks you already purchased, or you want to buy a new one. Let's start first with, let's buy one that we already have. Let's say we want to buy some more Apple stock. We can actually tap right on the Apple, and right down at the bottom, you'll see it says buy. And you click on buy, and then there's a couple of things that you can do. First of all, don't worry so much about all the different books and order stuff. It can overwhelm you if you're a beginner. And I'm telling this for beginners. In this case, we're just gonna buy and hold. We're taking the easy road. We're not gonna day trade. We're not gonna confuse you. We're just gonna buy some shares of Apple and see what it does. So that's the goal. So now you order type, you click limit. That means if the price is at $187.73 or lower, go ahead and buy however many shares that I end up putting in here right there where it says quantity. You can also click on this and select market. And I usually just do market because that's the easiest way for a beginner. If you're a little bit more advanced, you could do limit trades. It does save sometimes some money as far as it's a volatile stock going up and down very quickly. That way you can take advantage of the best price. But for the purpose of simplicity, we're gonna just do market today. Now, there's a couple of things you could do. I can buy a full share. Up here at the top, you see how it says $187.64. As of the recording this video, that is the price of Apple. So one share right there, one share is $187. So let's say, for example, and actually in my case, I don't have $187 in the counter trade. It's only $155 here, buying power, right? So what I can do with Weebull is I can buy a fractional share. And that means I can put as little as $5 into Apple stock. All I have to do is where it says amount and share, tap on where it says share, and then you'll see it changes to USD. In my case, I'm using the United States dollar, and now I can say I want to only buy $5, $10, or $15 worth of Apple or whatever stock. For example of today's video, I'm going to say $5 of fractional shares of Apple. Okay, now look at the difference. My $5 will give me 0.02666 shares of Apple. Okay, not a lot, but as Apple grows and Apple's falls, the $5 will go $5.10, $5.50, or $4.50. It depends on what Apple is doing based on your average cost. The buying power cost is the same, and there is no transaction fee. That's what's dope about Weebull. There are no transaction fees. They're all commission free. It makes it easy. You don't have to pay extra money just to execute a trade. So now we're going to buy $5 worth of Apple. All we got to do is come down to the very bottom where it says buy, tap the button. It'll pop up with a confirmation screen that tell you that you're buying a fractional share of $5 at the market price. And we're going to make this happen during normal trading hours. Confirm. It'll say that sounds great. And then we're going to hit done. Now at 8:30, we bought $5 worth of Apple, and there's the confirmation, and everything's good to go. And now we own 32.05558 shares of Apple now. Now we looked at that part of buying stocks, so let's talk a little deeper about how to buy something deeper that you already don't have in your portfolio. So let's say you want to buy a brand new stock. The best way to do that is go to the bottom and go to the watch list. At the very top of the watch list, you're going to see a magnifying glass. We're going to tap on that magnifying glass, and we're going to search for whatever you're interested in. It could be an ETF, which means it's a fund that holds many different stocks and attracts an index, or you can go with the individual company that you're passionate about. But always do your research and make sure that you don't just follow somebody's blind advice. This is your life you're playing with, so make sure you do it right. Now, everybody knows about Tesla, so let's type in Tesla because that's a hot stock now. We're going to click on Tesla, and here we go. So now Tesla's going for $258 of the shares. So let's say I'm passionate about Tesla, and I want to go ahead and do the Tesla stock. You can go to the bottom to where it says trade, and that's how you buy your share of Tesla that you don't already own. So we're going to tap on trade, and then you can do the same thing that you did earlier. You can buy 1 share, 2 share, 3 shares. It all depends on how much of your buying power, how much money you got. So I estimated total is $775. My buying power is only $150, so I'm about a fractional share. So we come up here to where it says shares, tap on that, and we're going to buy another $5. So it's just easy to do $5. So $5 into Tesla, we're gonna have 0.01935 shares of Tesla, and I'm gonna hit buy just like we did earlier. And now we're the proud owner of Tesla stocks. With Webull, you can invest $5 into whatever ETF, whatever stock, whatever company you want, and here's how you do that. Now it's kind of easy right now, which is interesting because on the home screen, it popped up with this nice friendly little recurring investment thing. But just in case that goes away, we're going to figure out how to go there. If you don't see this banner, we're going to do this. We're going to come over to the watch list and we're going to look for Tesla again because, so TSLA, we put it in the search bar. We're going to click on that. Now here we are back on Tesla screen, $58 a share or whatever. What we want to do, especially if this banner is still right here, don't exist, because it might not be there in the future. So what we're going to do is you don't want to actually hit trade. We don't want to hit options. We want to go all the way to the right where the three little dots are. Tap on the three little dots. Then what you're going to see is recurring investment. Tap on that. And then as you see, a minimum of $5. Now, there's a couple of things that I recommend that we think about if you're going to engage in the $5 a day or week challenge. We can do $5, you could do $10, whatever, a day or a week. But what you want to make sure is the payment method. Right now, it's going to go on my Webull buying power. That's great if you got money in there. But once that get kind of low, it's going to want to do one or two things. It's going to stop buying your recurring investment. You don't want that, you're DCAing, or it's going to start pulling from your checking account, your linked bank account. And I don't think you want that either, right? So you got to make sure that you have money in the Webull. So every month or so, put money into Webull, right? Deposit the money into Webull and just transfer in $100, maybe $200 a month just to make sure that whatever your recurring DCA investment is, you pull right out of your buying power and you don't have to worry about nothing. So now we're going to click on frequency every trading day or every week or every month. You can do every 2 weeks, every month, right? You don't have to do it every day. All right. Okay. So we're just going to do $5 a day just for now. And it's really simple as that. Then you're going to hit next. You're going to hit confirm. And there we go. That's it. And over time, you'll be able to go back and look at your reporting to see how much your stock's grown, how much invested, how much you've invested $5 a day. It's really useful. And Webull does a great job of reporting. Now let's talk about selling a share of stocks. So if you're ready and you want to sell, I do want to warn you that sometimes for beginners, we sell things because we want to cut our losses. And I want to warn you that sometimes we get so excited where almost like investing becomes like gambling. The goal here is financial long-term independence. And in order to do that, you're going to buy and hold. But if the case comes in that you made some profits, right, or you're in the period that you're ready to withdraw some money from your portfolio, then it's all good. But there's a couple of things that you need to know. Okay, so now here on Webull, we're going to hop over to the center screen as always, our main portfolio. And down at the bottom, I'm actually going to sell this one share of Disney that I just purchased as an example so I can sell it and show you how to do this. But a couple of things we need to know. Number one, when you sell this in a taxable brokerage account, you may owe taxes. So be very aware. Okay, make sure if you got to talk to a tax guy, talk to a tax guy, because if you have a lot of profit, okay, so if you have over $1,000 in the profit in Apple, it could cost money in taxes. So especially in your tax bracket. So if you're worried about that, just talk to a tax guy. So now it's negative, so it's doing a couple of pennies. So we're just going to show you how to sell. So here are the positions that we own in this thing. We're going to share one sell Disney. We're going to click on it. And then right here at the bottom, it says sell to close. And then we're going to hit sell to close. Once again, we're going to either do limit on the order type or market on the order type. For this example, we're going to do market. But just to explain what limit means when it comes down to selling versus buying is that we want to make sure that we sell on a limit of $84.24 or higher. So in this case, we don't want the price, if the price is going down, we don't want a limit price that's going to sell at an even deeper loss. We want to make sure that the limit is, hey, if this stock is going up and down crazy today, I only want to sell if I'm in the green. So don't sell it if it's dropping all the way down. That's the helpful thing about a limit. The thing about the market is that it's going to sell it no matter wherever the price is. As soon as you hit the sell button, it's just going to sell. So if you have a volatile style, be careful about selling in market. So in this case, we're going to sell entire one share, going to get about $84 back, and that's it. all good, right? So we are taking a little bit of the loss. As you can see, it's down 84.25. Okay, hit the sell button. There's the confirmation. Hit confirm again. And just like that, we sold a share of stock on WEEBULL. Now you notice that it says unsettled cash of 84.18 instead of settled cash of 51.73. This one trips people up a lot. In any investment world, there's something called T+2. Once you sell something, it takes 2 days, and this is a regulation across the board, to come back into your account. So you got to have some patience. If you're operating where you absolutely need the money, then you shouldn't be traded anyway if it's, if you're in a tight thing, all right? So make sure you get your finance before you start investing, because if you're in a desperate place and you need it ASAP, you're gonna have to wait T+2. And if it's a weekend or holiday, it might be even 4 or 5 days from now. So you're gonna have to wait for that unsettled cash to go back into settled cash in order to withdraw it back into your checking account, or in order to then take it and invest it into a different stock. So just be careful and be aware of the T+2. By the way, if you have any questions and you need more information based on what we're sharing in today's video, just drop a comment or email, and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. So now we talked a little bit about cash and unsettled cash and all that. Let's touch on something really important when you sign up for WEEBULL, and that is the difference between a margin account and a cash account. Now, what you're seeing here today is a cash account. I can only basically buy stocks, buy investments with the cash that I personally have, that I'm transferring into this particular app, WEEBULL. So if we don't have the cash, then I'm going to have to deposit more money in. I can't. And the margin account looks like this. You're going to see things like day trade, BP. Now, BP stands for buying power. What that means is up and beyond the cash that you have available to invest, you're basically taking out a loan from WEEBULL. That's what margin means. You're taking out a loan to buy stocks and buy investments. The key thing to know, especially as a beginner, is to be very, very careful with margin. Let me give you an example. Let's say there's a day that one of your favorite stocks is going absolutely up to the moon, and you decide, you know what, I have a significant amount of money in this day trading BP. Why not go ahead and take out this loan margin and hope that it goes up to the moon? I'm going to profit a lot. I'll sell it, pay back the margin, and then keep all the profits, right? And then you buy it and you use all that extra margin, and all of a sudden the stock turns and crashes like a beast. Now you're stuck. You might get what they call an equity margin call. Now you're either going to have to sell all your other stocks, or deposit money, or even pay money and fines out of your bank account. Okay, you're going to owe more than you took out on the margin loan. So don't mess with margin and leverage. Just do a cash account. Don't worry about margin. That's for advanced traders. Okay, so you don't want to owe money to WEEBULL. Just a cash account. Just trade what you got. Don't dip into what you don't got. Don't spend money you don't got. Okay. The other thing to keep a note is, if you do use a margin and you hold your positions overnight, let's say if you buy and hold with a loan, a margin from WEEBULL, they charge you interest. As of the recording of this video, right here are the current percentages of interest that they charge you if you hold your position. So just calculate. Let's say you buy $10,000 worth of a stock, or $100,000 worth of a stock. If you're holding it for a long period of time, you're going to owe WEEBULL interest on that money. Okay? And it's not just WEEBULL. Any investment platform that does margin or leverage or loans, they charge. Now let's talk about how to customize your WEEBULL app, because you may not like what you see here today. Most people don't like the light theme, which I don't, right? When it comes down to your investment apps. So I got you. Go to the bottom, at the very bottom on the right-hand side. We're gonna go back to the menu, tap on the menu, and then under shortcuts, it's gonna say settings. Tap on the settings. Now, here's what I recommend that you do. You come down here to where it says theme, kind of halfway, a little more halfway, tap on theme, and then you can decide to change it to dark or to black, right? I like dark, but I'm gonna leave it on bright because I'm doing the teaching. Okay, but you can put it on dark or black. Navigation setting is the next thing I want to share with you. It's right above the theme. Navigation is what we were looking at earlier. You see, there's our bottom bar that we were looking through as we went through this video. Watch, list, markets, your main portfolio, feeds, and menu. You can change this. You can see right here at the bottom, it says edit the page layout. You can move markets up here above the watch list if you want. You can have feeds above that if you want. What I like it set up how I had it, which is watch list, markets, and then feeds. The other thing I actually recommend, and actually, you know what? I'm going to change it right here and now. When you open up the Webull account, where's it going to land? Right now, you can see it's check mark that it's going to land on the market screen, but I don't like that. I want it to open up straight way on my account so I can see how my account is doing. So I'm going to tap on that, and right there is my account. Simple and easy as that. So we talked about fractional shares, recurring investments, all these things, margin accounts, all that stuff. We also want to talk about how to do this if you're truly a beginner. And let's say you get your free stocks, you sign up for Webull, you got your free stocks, and that's what's your account. You're chilling, you got your free stocks, but you want to play around with it, but you're a little worried about actually doing it with your real money. Guess what? You can do paper trading with Webull. Let's do it. Come over to the main menu, as we always do, bottom right-hand side, and then where you see shortcuts, click on more at the bottom right-hand side of that. Tap on more and then go to the option that says paper trading. Now look under trading, you see it's kind of near the middle, near the right, paper trade. Tap on that and check this out. Now, see, I have $100,000. Actually, I'm going to hit the top and I'm going to hit reset, and look, you can look and say, guess what? I'm going to put in $1 million. Confirm. Boom. Now I got $1 million of free money to trade, play money. Here's what's cool. You can play with this and see if I trade this and I trade this, I do this over here, I do this over there, am I getting screwed or am I going to make a lot of money? Now, the sad thing is if you make a lot of money, you're not going to actually make the money, but at least you can practice and try out your investment skills and get good at it. You see what I mean? That's the whole point of it. But what I like is that when you come in here, you could come in here and click on trade. And let's say we're going to click on Google. Now, a couple of things we can do here. First of all, and this does apply to the actual cash accounts that you use, you can do a lot of different research as well. You can see monthly, yearly, how your individual stock is actually growing or falling. You could click on news right here, and the third option in, you click news and you can scroll and see all the different things about what's going on with your particular stock. You want to see what's happening with Google with your stocks, right? What's in the news? Everything is provided, the latest information right here in the Webull app, both in the paper trade as well as your general watch list that we looked at earlier. Feed is an interesting place, but don't get caught up in the feed because a lot of people giving financial advice. It's like a social media type of thing, environment. Don't get caught up in that. When it comes down particular stock, you can see Google is right now 63 in a popularity list. If we click on that, I'm sure Tesla's probably number one. No, AMC is number one. Looks like Tesla is number 3. Right now, Mullen Automotive is number 2, but whatever. Look at analysis to see what actually the stock brokers and the trading professionals are rating the stock. Right now, based on 12 analysts say that 40% say that Google was a strong buy, 50% say it's a buy, and 8% say it's a hold. Not too bad. You can also see what their analyst price target is. Remember, these analysts are not actually experts in the standpoint, so they don't really know what's going to happen with the stock. They're just guessing. All right. At the end of the day, nobody knows. But their price target here is a maximum of $160 a share. You can see right here at the top is going for 136. So that'll be favorable. That'll be up, right? That'll be bullish. But the average point is around 142, which is still good. It's still above 136 if we bought it today. So going back here, now that we did all of our research, let's paper trade some Google. So we're going to hit paper trade and you can have some fun with this, guys. So you can go on market and you can buy as many shares as you want. You got a $1 million portfolio to paper trade. You rich bucks. We could do 5,000 shares of Google, right? Look at that. 5,000 shares only cost $681,000, but I'm rich, right? I'm going to hit paper trade and look what happens. It makes it look like we bought it, but we didn't buy it, guys. We're actually just paper trading. But if we go back to our paper trade account, now look what happened. Look, I'm already up $50. So Google already rose up enough to give me an additional $50 of growth. But 681,000 of Google is what I bought, and we'll see what our 5,000 shares do over a long period of time. Now, because there's so much other advanced features such as shorting stocks, margin, options, and things like that, you do have some pretty more advanced things, videos on the channel that I'm gonna bring out for y'all. But the cool thing is that this app will grow with you. We are beginning now, but as we get more skilled and you wanna grow your investment career, WEEBULL allows you to grow. You don't get stopped. There's no ceiling. You can grow and grow and grow right along with WEEBULL. You don't have to find another brokerage. You can grow with it. That's why it's so dope. So pick up your free stocks from my link, all right? And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all on the next teaching. I love y'all all.